I had always wanted to go to an Ordinariate liturgy because I always heard great things about them. And so we actually went to a new polity lecture that was going on at a retreat center in the area. And after that, they had a priest come in and do the Ordinariate liturgy, and we loved it. And so we found out where it was taking place more regularly and started going when it was at Immaculate Conception. And then when they got the building here, we decided to become parishioners.
So that was at the New Polity thing, that was your first time experiencing the Ordinariate
Correct.
Liturgy and Mass. I know you knew about the Ordinariate, you read about it, but what was your gut reaction, your first instinctual kind of experience with the Mass?
Well, primarily that it was very beautiful and reverent, and we had not too far long ago been going to the traditional Latin Mass regularly, and when we moved to this area, that really wasn't possible, and this seemed like a very good, almost like a best of both worlds situation with the liturgy. It was very reverent, and that's really what drew me in, was that it was the way that the Mass is celebrated and the beauty of the prayers and the style of the music was befitting the sacred mysteries taking place. So the chant and the sacred polyphony kind of drew me in.
Tell me about...
So I might have a slightly different take than some might, but it's... So in some ways, this might sound strange, but because of the patrimony of the Ordinariate, in some ways they're bringing back to the Roman Church things that it had from its own past that had been lost. In some ways it's bringing back to us what was ours and had been lost. And I think that's helping. I think it is actually bearing witness to the beauty of our own tradition. So I just find that the Ordinariate Mass actually captures a lot of what the Second Vatican Council actually envisioned for a reform of the liturgy. It sort of has a lot of the elements that in Sacrosanctum Concilium that the Church was calling for already, and in some sense implements that vision better than a lot of other instantiations of liturgy. And I think it's a really successful story of how to do that properly, because obviously they couldn't just import the liturgy and wholesale the way it was, but it, by and large, was very compatible with our Catholic faith, and they were able to tweak it in places that need to be tweaked and allow that unity and diversity to take hold and to be exemplified, and to not require of those who are longing to enter into the Church from that patrimony, not requiring them to give up more than is necessary, and therefore allowing that patrimony to itself beautify the Catholic Church. Like, it's not just an allowance out of deference or, but actually willingness to receive that patrimony as well, and to allow that to benefit the wider Church.